After a one-day hiatus, courtesy of the All-Star break, Hyannis returns to McKeon Park on a Monday evening to face off with the Orleans Firebirds. A muggy day here from McKeon Park. Rain falling down earlier in the afternoon. It's cleared out for now. We're set to play some baseball here from Hyannis. This will be the fourth matchup of four between these two ball clubs. Orleans leads the series 2-1. They took game one here at McKeon Park early in the season during the first week by a score of 4-0. Took game two 7-5 out at Eldridge Park. And they lost game three out at Eldridge Park. And Orleans still one of the top pitching teams in the Cape Cod League, as they rank in the top three in almost everything. But with the Hyannis bats starting to get going again, just fresh off a 7-6 win over Catuit, they look to continue it here tonight as we enter the final stretch of play in the season. Play set to get underway. Hyannis and Orleans. Harbor Hawks playing their 34th game of the season with the right-hander Jonathan Hughes up on the mound, set to face left-handed hitting Zach Kokoska from Kansas State. Righty rocks and fires, swing and a miss, strike one, we're underway. 6:01 the first pitch time for McKeon Park. And once again, on a muggy evening here from Hyannis, Hughes toes the slab for outing number 3 of his summer with the boys in orange and blue. Pitch, ground ball foul to the right side. 76 degrees and cloudy. It's 85% humidity from McKeon Park and Hyannis. So again, early afternoon rain. Now it's just some fairly dark clouds above the sky with some light blue peeking through. As time's called, Kokoska works out of the left side of the box. So 0-2 the count. Hughes has worked ahead early. As he's set to go, offering. Fly ball on the infield to the left. DeSantillo giving chase. He can't quite get there. Following Kokoska in the leadoff spot, it'll be Zach Britton from Louisville. Shea Whitcomb hitting third. Trevin Esquera, the switch-hitting LMU first baseman in the cleanup spot, with Rob Emery hitting fifth, Tanner Murray in the sixth slot, Eddie McCabe hitting seventh, Avidia hitting eighth, the GCU catcher, and Zach Daniels rounding out the nine. So Hughes a new baseball. The 0-2. Fastball misses outside. So Jonathan Hughes making his third appearance. All of them starts with Hyannis this summer. 6'2", 198-pound righty. Brings in a breaking ball, swing and a miss. Down goes Kokoska swinging. First strikeout of the afternoon, or rather evening, for Jonathan Hughes. That'll bring up Zach Britton. Hyannis defense tonight, left to right in the outfield. Trevor Hoover, Rowdy Jordan, Rigsby Mosley. In the same way in the infield, Jared DeSantillo, Jordan Westberg, Anthony Servideo, and Ian Fair. Adam Hackenberg behind the plate, and the righty Jonathan Hughes once again up on the hill. As he fires home and off speed, it misses low. Hyannis tonight, home white uniforms with the blue pinstripes on the jersey and the pant legs. As Hughes, the offering, fastball misses down. Orange lettering and numbering. Blue belts, blue hats with the orange H up on the top. For the Firebirds, they're road red uniforms. White lettering with some black trim, white pants, red belts, black helmets with the red logo on the top. Pitch the hitter Britton, swinging a tip back into the glove. It's 2-1. So Britton coming into the day hitting .294. Left-handed bat from Louisville. Pitch comes in, ground ball right side. Servideo to his right, fields on the backhand, flips over to first, 2 down. So Britton retired. Hughes has made quick work of the first 2 Orleans hitters. It'll bring up Shea Whitcomb. Now maybe there's one name you're expecting to hear in the Orleans lineup that isn't present tonight. Max Troiani, Bentley outfielder, getting the night off, and literally the night off. After everybody got a day off from baseball yesterday, Troiani the exception, playing in the All-Star game. As Hughes rocks and fires a breaking ball that hits the outside corner. He's not even here today. Kelly Nicholson said, you know what? Just take a day to rest and recuperate. Everybody else got a day off yesterday. You deserve one. Now Hughes the 0-1. Breaking ball, same spot on the outside corner, 0-2. So Troiani off, more of the same as Jared Schuster and Noah Skiro, the 3 Orleans All-Stars last night in their hometown Eldridge Park. 0-0 in the top of the first, with Hughes ready, 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1-2-3 go the Firebirds in the top of the first, as Hughes strikes out 2 and faces the minimum. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. It's 0-0 going to the bottom of the first. Hyannis Licks coming up on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Back from McKeon Park, bottom of the first set to get underway with Hyannis coming to the plate. Against Orleans Firebirds right-hander Austin Love. Right-hander from North Carolina, facing the Hyannis Harbor Hawks for the second time this season. He'll face a lineup that goes like this. Jordan Westberg leading off, followed by Rigsby Mosley, Hunter Goodman, Trevor Hauver in the cleanup spot. Ian Fair hitting fifth, Jared DeSantillo hitting sixth, and the final third, Adam Hackenberg, Rowdy Jordan, Anthony Servideo. So Westberg, the Mississippi State Bulldog, digs in from the right side against the righty Austin Love. Kicks and delivers. Big swing and a miss at the first pitch. That comes in at 91 miles an hour from Love. Love has a fastball that'll sit in the low 90s. Likes to mix in a slider as well. Right-hander gets the sign. Comes home the offering. Fastball, that'll miss a bit low. Westberg comes into the day hitting .356. And he's riding a 6-game hitting streak as well. Righty Love gets the sign, delivers. Ground ball foul to the left side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Westberg will make his way back to the box, adjust his maroon and white batting gloves, sporting his school colors, Mississippi State. Swinging a wood bat with a black top. Fairly light brown handle. 1-2 offering. Inside fastball. The count will move to 2-2. That comes in at 93 from Love. That fastball can get up to the mid-90s at times. Also likes to drop in that slider. Infield playing back. Westberg leading things off for Hyannis in the bottom of the first. 2-2. Swing and a foul tip into the glove, strike 3. Westberg fan for the first out of the bottom of the first. That'll bring up Rigsby Mosley with 1 down. Orleans defense tonight. Left to right in their outfield. Zach Kokoska, Zach Daniels, Zach Britton, and all Zach outfield for the Road Town Firebirds. And left to right in the infield, Eddie McCabe, Tanner Murray, Shea Whitcomb, Trevin Escara. Pitch to Mosley. Fastball hits the outer black. It's 0-1. For Love comes into the start, 15 innings pitched with a .360 ERA. Now the 0-1. Fastball misses down. He's walked 10, struck out 15. And once again, he faced these Harbor Hawks once already. That was a 4-inning start. He gave up just 1 hit. Short motion. Now they pitch to Mosley, swinging a tap foul behind the plate. Now command got away from a little bit from him in that start. He walked 4. That was a high for the summer. He also struck out a high for the summer with 5. He's got 1 here tonight already. It's 1-2 to Mosley with 1 down. The delivery, line drive up the middle, past the backstab of Whitcomb, and it gets into right center field. Mosley aboard with a 1-out single. First hit of the day put on the board for either side. That'll bring up Hunter Goodman, 1 on, 1 away. 0-0 in the bottom of the first inning. So for Love, that's been a little bit of a trend. His Achilles heel to some extent this summer has been the free passes. He gave up 4 against Hyannis, and he's given up 3 in each of his last 2 outings. He'll work from the stretch, fires home to Goodman. Fastball in. Love a short and quick delivery out of the windup, even with nobody on base. As he kind of just taps the toe back and then brings the leg up and fires. But working from the stretch now as a breaking ball to Goodman misses high. And of course, he just works from an easy slide step out of the stretch. Keeps that back knee bent from the right side. So that left leg straight up, the right knee bent as he currently dangles the right arm down, checks Mosley at first, and comes set, glove right at the belt. Pitch, fly ball, looping into deep right field. Back goes Britton. He's at the track, moving to his left. He makes the grab. Mosley will retreat back to first. Goodman gave that one a ride, and it looked like it had some backspin to it as well, taking the right fielder Britton way to his left after originally settling under it toward the gap in right center. But as a result, puts 2 on the board for Trevor Hauver. 2 down, rather. 1 on base. 0-0 the score as the left-handed hitting Sun Devil's going to dig in. And Goodman sounded like he got that off the end of the bat. But he still gave it a ride to the deepest part of right field. So Hauver, knees bent in the box with Mosley a short lead at first. Pitch. Fastball just low. So 1 on. Mosley with the only hit thus far. With Austin Love, once again making start number 4, appearance number 7 of his summer. 1-0. Line drive into right center field. This takes Britton a step back. He bends the knees and makes the catch at the letter high level. That ends the bottom of the first. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left on. 0-0 through a frame of play. We'll be back for the top of the second when we come back on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Middle of the Firebirds lineup coming to the plate to begin the top of the second inning. Jonathan Hughes back on the mound as he draws a little signal behind the dirt on the mound. The work back up on the rubber for inning number 2. Trevin Esquera, Rob Emery, Tanner Murray, the three due to the plate. As Hughes gets the sign working from the windup, delivers, line drive through the 5-6 gap, a base hit. Skips in front of Hoffer a few times as he picks it up, tosses it back into Jordan Westberg. And Trevin Esquera, the switch hitter from Loyola Marymount, picks up the first Firebirds hit of the day. He just slaps one the other way. And that'll bring up right-handed hitting Rob Emery. So come to the plate for Kelly Nicholson's Firebird squad. 5 total left-handed hitters in the lineup tonight, at least natural lefties. As Hughes works to the stretch, a hard pickoff to first, but back standing up, Trevin Esquera. Esquera, the only switch hitter for the Firebirds tonight. If a left-handed arm were to come into the game for the Firebirds, or rather Hyannis, Esquera would switch to the right side. Breaking ball from Jonathan Hughes misses away. So Emery hitting .274 coming into today's contest. He's been a productive bat this summer. As Hughes works from the right side of the rubber, comes set at the letters, fires home, ground ball foul to the left side past the third base coaching box. So Esquera, who kicks some dirt between first and second base, works his way back to first. And funny on Esquera, not only is he a switch hitter, but he's just ambidextrous. He can throw with both hands, pretty much the same strength. Pick off to first, tag applied by Fair, and back safely, Trevin Esquera. So Esquera playing first base tonight. Again, he can hit from both sides. He can throw from both sides. As Hughes throws back over again, tag applied, they got him. Jonathan Hughes in the blink of an eye, a lightning quick pickoff move to first, and for the second time, it works on Trevin Esquera. Tried the first time, Esquera was back by about a half foot. And time number 2, it works on him as that erases the base runner. And now the pitch, line drive into center field. Rowdy Jordan coming in, now takes a step or two back, and he makes the catch backpedaling for the second out. 2 down. Hughes has now still faced the minimum after Esquera was picked off of first base. This will bring up the shortstop from UC Davis, Tanner Murray. Time's called. Hughes wants a new baseball as he lobs one back into Adam Hackenberg behind the plate. He'll get a new Pearl up on top of the mound. Tanner Murray comes into the day hitting .200. So Hughes back to the windup. Infield pretty much straight up. Servideo shifted a bit to his right as the pitch comes in. Off speed, hits the outside corner. It's 0-1. This will be the 4th of 4 matchups between these two teams tonight. Once again, Orleans is up 2-1 in the series. Hyannis took the third game. Hughes fires home. Ground ball slowly hit to the right side. Servideo fields cleanly out in front, tosses to first, inning over. So Jonathan Hughes gave up one hit, but still faced the minimum after the pickoff move. And through an inning and a half, it's 0-0 at McKeon Park. No runs, one hit, no errors, nobody left on. We'll go to the bottom of the second on the other side of the break on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Five, six, seven due up for Hyannis in the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Ian Fair, Jared DeSantillo, and Adam Hackenberg. Austin Love, the righty from North Carolina, back on the mound for inning number 2. He worked a scoreless first as he fires home to Fair, who grounds the first pitch out to the shortstop Murray. Fields cleanly, charging in, throws across, one down. So Ian Fair, who comes into the game riding a 9-game hitting streak, is going to ground out to the shortstop for a 6-3 putout for out number 1. So in steps Jared DeSantillo. DeSantillo, one of the 3 Harbor Hawks participating in the All-Star game yesterday, along with Hunter Goodman and Tyler Madison. Jared takes his usual precaution getting into the box, takes about a half step in, works his way out, and now back into the left side. With Love ready, the righty kicks and deals. Fastball hits the knees, and it's 0-1. 90 miles an hour from the right-hander. Each side's just given up one hit to this point. DeSantillo getting his first at bat, now the 0-1. Line back to the screen. Foul balls, it's 0-2. And Love works pretty quickly on the mound. DeSantillo wants a second to reset, maybe for just that reason. He's a guy that doesn't like to take a lot of time between pitches. Quickly here, he gets the sign from Avidia. Fires home the 0-2. Fastball low. So the Grand Canyon product, David Avidia, doing the catching tonight for the North Carolina right-hander Love. So again, Love, a 2-pitch guy. Through 67 innings, 36 appearances. Man, he was used a lot out of the bullpen for the Tar Heels. Now the 1-2 with one out. Line drive into right field. It falls for a base hit. Fielded on a couple hops by Zach Britton as he quickly slips, rises to his feet, and throws it back into the infield. But Jared DeSantillo picks up hit number 28 of his summer, second of the night for Hyannis. So DeSantillo just lines one through the right side on a 1-2 count, and he's aboard for Clemson catcher Adam Hackenberg. Hackenberg didn't get the start 2 nights ago out at Catuit. Again, him and Chad McDaniel usually platoon. The pitch comes in and he lines one straight back, or rather, not so much platoon. They go every other. Don't want to overuse catchers too often here in the Cape League. That's why almost every team has 2. Some have 3. Hunter Goodman for Hyannis can catch, and he's caught a few games this summer. Now he's starting to play a lot more of the corner outfield positions. 0-1. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Hackenberg just fans over the top of it. 83 miles an hour from the righty Love as it's 0-2. 0-0 score. 1 out. Jared DeSantillo getting a short lead at first base. He's held on by Trevin Esquera. Second baseman Shea Witt comes shaded toward the bag at second. Now the 0-2. Pitch out. Avidia looks back to first, but no throw. So that was planned between the two. Avidia rose to his feet just before the release of the ball from the right-hander Love. Looked DeSantillo back to the bag, but no throw. So now the knees bent, the pitch, swinging a foul back. And again, Love not liking to use a lot of time between pitches. Working very, very quickly. But Hackenberg's going to try and delay his process a little bit as he's going to step out of the box. Home plate umpire Sparky Burns takes a lap behind the catcher Avidia as well. 1-2 with one out. Hackenberg flips the bat toward the mound once. Now the stretch in the offering. Down low, swing and a miss, strike three. Hackenberg called out with first occupied, but DeSantillo takes off for second on a wild pitch. He's in with no throw. So Hackenberg didn't have the chance to advance to first, with DeSantillo originating from the first base bag. With the wild pitch, the FAU Owl takes second base, and there's a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Rowdy Jordan. Jordan comes into the day looking to pick up the average a bit, just 123. The infield all back for the left-handed bat, or switch hitter by trade, but hitting lefty right now. Pitch, fastball low. So Rowdy Jordan, the only switch hitter in the Hyannis lineup tonight. Chad McDaniel can, of course, also hit from both sides, but he's getting the night off after catching 2 days ago out at Lowell Park in Cotuit. Love gets the sign, the 1-0. Fastball low and away. 2 balls, no strikes the count. And back to those Love appearances. Again, he didn't make a single start. 36 appearances, all of them out of the bullpen. That ranked tied for first in the ACC in 2019. So the Tar Heel gets the sign from the Grand Canyon product Avidia. Checks the runner at second, fires home. Called strike on an off speed. 2-1 the count. So Jordan takes a step out of the box, puts the left hand to the top of his helmet. Outfield shaded in pretty shallow. The left fielder Kokoska way in left field. 2-1. Swing and a miss, off speed. Rowdy Jordan pulled the head a little bit, came up empty. It's 2-2. 0-0 the score. Hyannis, the first team to get a runner in scoring position tonight. Orleans got a hit back in the top of the second. It was Trevin Esquera, but he was later picked off of first by Jonathan Hughes. So Jordan holds the bat out in front of home plate for a long while. Now gets set. Love the 2-2. Ground ball foul back toward the Harbor Hawk dugout. So Love already with 2 strikeouts tonight. Much more the same as his counterpart Hughes. Both of Hughes came in the first inning. One to Kokoska, one to Shea Whitcomb. Love struck out Westberg to begin the bottom of the first, and he struck out Hackenberg in the previous batter. DeSantillo will lead, no hold. 2-2. Swing and a miss, gets over the glove of the catcher Avidia. Jordan's going to cruise down to first and get in without a throw. DeSantillo up to third. And just like that, there's runners on the corners with 2 outs for Anthony Servideo. So a strikeout wild pitch from Austin Love makes it his 3rd punch out of the night, but the inning is not over as the number 9 man will come to the plate. So tough out there for the right-hander Love. Servidio's going to dig into the box, pull the front of his jersey once, and flip the bat toward the mound a couple times. His first at bat tonight, 0 for 4 2 nights ago. Pitch, fastball, on the outside corner, strike 1. So Rowdy Jordan aboard at first base. He's got some speed. DeSantillo, the man at third, with the corners playing even with the bag. Pitch, breaking ball just upstairs. Esquera holding on the runner Jordan at first. The middle infield about straight up. Whitcomb shifted a little bit towards second base. Servideo looking for RBI number 4. Offering, fly ball, lofted into straightaway right field. In comes Zach Britton a couple of steps, patrols under it and makes the grab. So that ends the bottom of the second inning. For Hyannis, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on. 0-0 through 2 innings of play. We'll go to the top of the third when we come back on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Bottom third of the Firebirds lineup coming to the plate in the top of the third inning. With Jonathan Hughes back on the mound, he's set to face Eddie McCabe, the Georgetown third baseman, to lead things off. He's ready. Wind up in the offering. Fastball bottom of the zone, strike one. Hughes pumps that one in at 91 miles an hour. And Hughes likes to work fairly quickly as well, as he rocks and deals the next pitch. Ground ball up the middle, off his glove. A diving effort from Servideo. He can't get there as it's off his glove and it trickles into short center. So Eddie McCabe picks up a leadoff single to begin the top of the third. It's the second Firebirds hit of the night. And that'll bring up David Avidia with nobody out and one on. Avidia hitting just 148 entering today's play. McCabe ups the average a little bit. He was at 250 before that hit. He's now at 261. He used the stretch in the offering and a bunt from Avidia, back pick from Hackenberg, tag applied, and back safely the runner Eddie McCabe. It's called a strike on the pitch. Avidia tried to square one up to bunt. Couldn't do so successfully. Pulled back last second thinking it was outside. It just hit the corner. Now it's 0-1. But Kelly Nicholson possibly looking to manufacture a run early as Hughes throws over to first. Back standing up is McCabe. Now Avidia, a guy whose defense is plus, looking to improve his bat this summer. He hit just 198 in 59 games for GCU, just 148 on the Cape as he squares to bunt. This one he pushes down but foul. So now the count's going to run to 0-2. McCabe will retreat back to first base. Zach Daniels, the man on deck, left-handed hitting bat from Tennessee, hands the GCU product Avidia his bat back. So Avidia will kick some dirt with his right foot in the box, tap the plate a couple times, flip the bat toward the mound. Fair holding on the runner at first, now the 0-2. Line foul, backing out of play. So Hughes gets a new ball. Back to first McCabe, with the hitter Avidia taking a couple of practice swings outside the box. Hughes gets the sign from Hackenberg. Righty the stretch and the 0-2. Fastball up high. Had one to waste as he puts one up at the top of the zone. Just misses a bit upstairs, and it's 1-2. So 1-2 the count. Short lead off of first for Eddie McCabe, a pick off to first from Hughes, and back safely the GCU product. Jared DeSanilo, the third baseman, playing back behind the bag at third. Georgia Tech product Hughes gets the sign, comes home. Off speed, just misses high. 2-2 the count. The hitter Avidia is going to look down the third base line for a sign. He gets one. And now he's got the bat rested just above his right shoulder. No batting gloves. 2-2. Chopped just behind the plate, foul. So 0-0 the score in the third. Orleans, not a incredibly potent offensive team. Their average ranks just tied for 8th in the league, 241 as a ball club. They also do not hit a whole lot of home runs. Pitch, off speed, misses low and away. That'll swell the count. 3-2, nobody out. McCabe the runner at first after a leadoff single. But just 18 home runs for the Firebirds. Tied for 6th in the league. Hughes the 3-2 offering, tapped foul behind the plate. A lengthy at bat being put together by the GCU product David Avidia. So McCabe back on the bag at first, starting to get a short lead. 9th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. As Hughes sets the letters, kicks and delivers. Line drive into left center field, falling quickly, down for a base hit. McCabe around second, he's thinking third. No throw as he slides in safely. And back-to-back singles for the Firebirds put runners on the corners with nobody down. So Orleans with the first real threat in the ball game. They've got 2 aboard with nobody down. Zach Daniels, the left-handed hitting bat from Tennessee, set to dig in. Or Daniels, the right-handed hitting bat, rather. He'll dig in. Righty Hughes back up on the mound. The infield's still back, so not too worried about the run at third. It's still early in the ball game. They'll be content with the double play. First pitch, breaking ball, cut and a miss. Daniels checks his swing and goes around. More than plenty. Daniels, center fielder out of Tennessee. Hitting just 169 entering the ball game. Time's going to be called as Daniel steps out of the box. Eddie McCabe, the runner at third after his leadoff single. And then David Avidia, who worked a 9-pitch at bat, laced a single to left center to put runners on the corners. Hughes, the righty, gets the sign, comes home. Line foul back off the netting. 91 miles an hour from the righty. The count runs to 0-2 with none down, rather. 2 aboard. Hyannis had 2 on the corners back in the bottom of the second inning. They couldn't end up bringing anybody around as Servideo flew out to right field to end the frame. But Orleans runners on first and third with nobody away. 0-2. Swung on and flied into right field, hooking toward the line, giving chase Rigsby Mosley, running after it, and he can't get there. So the count will stay at 0-2 with Daniels staying alive in the box. Daniels just 10 hits on the summer. 2 of them have been for extra bases. Frame size is pretty projectable. And the guy's 6'2", 206 pounds. Certainly an athletic ball player. But the average piece just hasn't quite been there so far this summer. Hughes throws over to first. A hard pickoff move. Tag applied by Fair. And back safely the runner, David Avidia. So Daniels, bat just in front of his right shoulder. Hackenberg lining up away. Pitch from Hughes. Line drive into right field. This will chase Mosley back. He turns the shoulders, leaps and makes the grab. That'll get the job done. McCabe trots home from third, steps on the plate, and Orleans leads first. It's 1-0 Firebirds in the top of the third. Hughes asking for the ball to go back to third base, questioning if maybe McCabe left early. So he's going to throw over there. DeSantillo steps on the bag. Home plate umpire Sparky Burns rules safe, so McCabe did not leave early. It's 1-0 Orleans. Still a runner on first. That's Avidia. And now the leadoff man, Zach Kokoska, coming to the plate for at bat number 2. For Daniels, that's his 5th RBI of the summer. So a productive out. He gave one a ride the opposite way, but it was flagged down by Mosley. Now the pitch. Upstairs and away. It's 1-0. Kokoska struck out swinging the first time. That was the first batter Hughes faced of the ball game. Kansas State product bending his knees from the left side. The offering. Fastball high. So for Jonathan Hughes, once again in his 3rd appearance of the summer, all of them coming in starts for Hyannis. And he came off a really gritty outing his last time around against Chatham. 2-0 with 1 away. The stretch in the offering. Fly ball, popped up foul behind home plate. It's out of play. That last start came 8 days ago. It was back against the Chatham Anglers on July the 14th. Hughes went 4 in that ball game. Gave up 4 hits. Didn't give up a run. Only walked 1. And he struck out 4. He gives up his first run here tonight after the sac fly from Zach Daniels as he fires a hard pickoff to first. Tag applied by Fair. And back safely the runner, Avidia. So Hughes, right-hander out of Georgia Tech, was part of a ball club that went 43-19. 2nd in the ACC as he fires home the 2-1. Popped up foul, out of play toward the left side. 22-12 record in conference play. They got to host their own regional out in Atlanta, Georgia, but they couldn't end up advancing as the Auburn Tigers won twice. And Butch Thompson's squad went all the way to the College World Series in Omaha. Edward Julian, who spent a small part of the summer with Hyannis, was a part of that team. So 2-2 comes in, swing and a miss. Kokoska rises the bat over the head in frustration, and he walks back to the dugout after punching out back-to-back times. So 2 away. Hughes records strikeout number 3. 2 of them have come against Kokoska. And now Zach Britton coming to the plate. 1-0 Firebirds. One man aboard at first base. That's Avidia. As Hughes continues to work out of the windup, or rather the stretch. Stretch with runners on board. First pitch, that's up high. So Fair still holding on the runner. Anthony Servideo playing out in short right field against the left-handed hitting bat Britton. Now the pitch. Fastball, called strike, and it's 1-1. So only two natural righties in the lineup tonight. Or natural lefties, rather. Both Kokoska and Britton, who represent the 1-2 punch at the top of Kelly Nicholson's lineup. 1-1. Fastball high. Hughes' fastball is set right in the low 90s, about 90 to 92 most of this ball game thus far. He's got a fastball breaking ball combo. He'll drop in that spinner a healthy amount of the time. Comes set, now the 2-1. Fastball high. Count runs to 3-1. Shea Whitcomb on deck if we get there. It's 1-0 Firebirds with a runner on board at first base. Fourth of 4 matchups between these ball clubs. As Jonathan Hughes, the right-hander, delivers the 3-1. Fastball just runs outside, ball 4. So Britton reaches for the first time today. He draws a 2-out walk to send Avidia to second. So there's 2 runners on for the number 3 hitter, Shea Whitcomb. So pitching coach Ray Korn's going to call time. He's going to make the slow walk out to the mound to have a conversation with his right-hander. Nobody getting loose in the pen yet. Orleans, same story. The Firebirds lead by 1 after 2 scoreless frames. The RBI sac fly from Zach Daniels. Played at Eddie McCabe from third. Meanwhile, for Shea Whitcomb, he's been one of the better bats for the Firebirds this summer. He'll come into this at bat hitting .284. He's got 3 long balls, 16 runs batted in. Meeting concludes. Clemson catcher Adam Hackenberg wants an additional word with the righty Hughes. He gets it, puts the mask back on, and trots back behind the plate. So again, no Max Troiani tonight for the Firebirds. He's getting the day off after participating in the All-Star game. And in that contest, it took place at Orleans home ballpark in Eldridge. Troiani 1 for 2 in that game, and of course, he slapped a single to left center. Troiani, who usually hits in this 3 spot, 36 hits on the summer, 35 have been for singles. As the pitch comes into Whitcomb from Hughes, it's a breaking ball that misses upstairs. Now, Max has been average-wise the second best hitter on the Cape, sitting at .364 entering tonight's play. But again, he's done so with a healthy amount of base hits. First and second, the runners, stretching the offering from Hughes, line drive into left field. Hauver moves a step to his right, reaches up and makes the grab. That'll end the inning. Orleans puts together 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on. It's 1-0 Firebirds through 2.5 frames. We'll go to the bottom of the third when we come back on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Top of the lineup for Hyannis coming to the plate in the bottom of the third inning. It'll be Austin Love, the right-hander from UNC, back on the mound. As Jordan Westberg, Rigsby Mosley, and Hunter Goodman are the three set to come to the plate. As Hyannis now trails 1-0 here at hometown McKeon Park. Westberg 0 for 1 so far today. He struck out in his first at-bat. We'll dig in from the right side against the righty Love. He gets the sign. Roxon deals home. Big cut and a miss from Westberg. It's 0-1. So one more time, the sacrifice fly from Zach Daniels plated the run from third Eddie McCabe back in the top of the frame. It's the one run that Orleans has so far. Love now taking a little bit more time as he peers over the glove. Roxon delivers. Pitch, swing and a miss. Westberg drops to a knee, comes up empty. It's 0-2 to the Mississippi State Bulldog. Well, Westberg's riding a 6-game hitting streak coming into tonight's play. Ian Fair's riding a 9-game streak, so a couple of these Harbor Hawks looking to keep some batting rallies alive. As the pitch comes in, it misses down. And again, Westberg's really started to swing a hot bat again. Went 12 for his first 20. And now again, hits in his last 6 games, 3 of them multi-hit outings. Pitch misses just low with an off speed. Count a run to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Westberg entered today's play hitting .356. After the first inning strikeout, he's down just a notch to .350. Love, the right-hander, works from the third base side. The 2-2. Down low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Westberg will call time. Adjust the batting gloves. Orleans with the infield back. Love, the windup. 3-2, ground ball, shot right at the third baseman, off the glove of the third baseman, McCabe, and into left field. So Westberg hits first base umpire Larry Rosenberg sprinting down the line. He thought he was going to have to try to beat out an infield single. Now time will be called. So Westberg aboard. That'll likely be ruled a hit, as it'll bring up Rigsby Mosley with 1 on. So Mosley, left-handed hitting bat from Troy. He flips the bat out toward the mound once. Now he comes into the stretch, the pitch. Fastball runs away. And so they're rule it a hit. Single out to the third baseman, McCabe. It took a tough hop on him. Would have been a tough play to begin with, but it went off the top of his glove and into left field. 1-0 to Mosley. Ground ball hit softly to the second baseman, Whitcomb. He just fires to first, and that'll be the first out. So Whitcomb had to charge in from second. He fielded the ball out on his glove side. He looked towards second base for a split second. Westberg, too much ground going there, and he just had to flip to first base, his only play, to retire Mosley. So a productive out for the Troy right fielder. This will now bring up Hunter Goodman, the Cape League leader in RBIs. 29 to his name thus far. He's got a 2 RBI lead on Nick Gonzalez from Chatham. Love working from the stretch, the offering. Spikes a fastball in the dirt, gets to the right of the catcher, Ovidio. Westberg's going to take off for third, gives a late slide, and is in without a throw. So Hyannis now is the tying run 90 feet away. It couldn't be any more fitting for Goodman. Again, a guy who's got more RBIs than any player here on the elbow of Mass. Time's going to be called. Goodman will take a short step out of the box. Now the Firebirds are going to move their corner infielders in. The middle infielder starting to follow suit. Now the 1-0. Breaking ball, big cut and a miss, and the count levels. So Kelly Nicholson opting to try to prevent runs early. The infield in. Shortstop Murray a little bit back at his natural spot. 1-1 to Goodman. Ground ball foul to the left side, over to the left of the third base batting box. So Goodman will step out for a second, kick some dirt at the front of the righty box, and he digs back in. So Murray's alignment pretty much straight up. Where he's positioned, he's about in with the bag at second. Rest of the infield pretty much in. Now the stretch in the 1-2. Taps foul behind the plate. Goodman will keep himself alive. So Goodman, one of 6 participants to take place in the home run derby yesterday. And he put on a good show. I mean, he hit 4 or 5 in a row that were just absolute missiles out of the yard at Orleans. The problem, he faced off with the winner, Tyler Hardman. 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Goodman waves at an inside fastball, can't get a piece of it. There's 2 down for Trevor Hauver. So Goodman can't put a ball in play to try to bring the run home. And now it'll force Trevor Hauver to clutch up and try to pick up a 2-out hit. Third strikeout of the night for Love. Hauver will dig in from the left side. Love struck out 67 in 67 innings in his season at UNC. This pitch to Hauver comes in. It's a fastball in the inside corner. That one pumped in at 92 from the righty. His fastball sat at around the same area through the course of his start. Low 90s, much like Hughes, as he's ready with the 0-1. Here it comes. Off speed down. So from the Cape League's RBI leader to the Cape League's walk leader we go. Hauver with 24. A 2-walk lead on 2 players from Chatham. Pitch comes in, it's fouled back. Both Caden Polkovich and Jamal O'Gwyn have 22 walks. O'Gwyn and Hauver were going back and forth for a little while. Now Trevor's got a 2 base on balls lead. Westberg the runner at third. It's 1-0 Orleans in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Love into the motions, the 1-2. Down low, gets away from the catcher, but smothers it quickly. And Westberg's going to stay at third base. So Avidia made a quick move to his right to go retrieve the baseball. And Westberg gave a couple of steps toward the plate, but eventually had to retreat. Hauver, 11 RBIs on the summer. He's been at that RBI spot a while. 7 of them came in 1 game. That was where he hit his 1 home run of the season, too. Now the 2-2 pitch. Misses outside, and the count runs full. His 1 home run came in the grandest fashion with a grand slam out at Gov Fuller Field in Falmouth. That was part of a 10-4 win for the Harbor Hawks. As Love the righty shakes off one sign, gets one, fires home, slap foul to the left side. Hauver put it on the ground the other way as he just kind of fought one off to stay alive. So he'll step out, take some time to firmly grip the bottom of his bat, puts his left hand to the bill of his helmet as he'll tap the plate twice and dig back in. Love gets the sign, the 3-2. Upstairs, ball 4. 25th walk of the summer for Trevor Hauver. He's aboard at first base to put runners on the corners for Ian Fair. So Fair grounded out to short in his first at bat. That was an inning ago. Led off the bottom of the 2nd as he swung at the first pitch and just put a soft chopper out to Tanner Murray. But Fair, a guy who's riding a 9-game hitting streak. He digs in from the right side. Northeastern first baseman set to go off with the UNC righty Austin Love. Fires home. Called strike at the knees. So for Fair, 9-game hitting streak. It's currently the 2nd longest one on the Cape that's active. A 1. Checks his swing. Ball's down. And he goes around after the appeal. Larry Rosenberg says he broke the wrists, and as a result, it's 0-2. Brent Auerbach of Brewster is riding a 14-game hitting streak. That's the longest one of any Cape League player this summer. Now the 0-2. Ground ball foul toward Chad Gassman in the third base coaching box. He fields it, flips it back to a bat boy by the dugout. But Ian Fair, a guy who has just flat out hit the baseball in his 2nd stint with Hyannis. 429 entering the at-bat. He's also got 4 extra base hits. So he's got a little more gap-to-gap power this summer than Max Troiani. 0-2. Called strike 3. Fair just looks at a fastball over the plate, and that ends the inning. Hyannis puts 2 on the base paths, but they're stranded there. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on. It's Orleans 1, Hyannis nothing. We'll go to the top of the 4th when we come back on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Trevin Esquera, the switch hitter from Loyola Marymount, set to lead things off in the top of the fourth. Jonathan Hughes, who's put together a strong start to this point, back on the mound for inning number 4. As the righty works from the right side, he winds and deals the first pitch. It's a breaking ball low. So Esquera on the day, 1 for 1. He singled back in the second, but was later picked off by Hughes. Now the 1-0 comes in, swing and a fly ball out to medium depth left field. Hover backtracks, couple steps to his right, lines it up and makes the grab. So 1 away quickly, Esquera disposed of. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Rob Emery. Emery, a catcher by trade out of San Francisco, doing the designated hitting tonight. Hughes ready, first offering home. It's a fastball low and away. Emery flew out to center field in his first at-bat. Rowdy Jordan had no problem making that play. Hughes is ready, the 1-0. Popped foul to the right side. That'll get out of play. So Hughes' longest outing of the summer was a 4-inning stint. Again, that came in his last start against Chatham, where he put together a quality starting appearance. He shakes his head, now gets the sign he likes, delivers the 1-1. Tapped foul behind the plate. And you want to talk about a quality appearance, how about a quality defensive appearance from Jonathan Hughes? Guy made maybe the most athletic play of the summer by any Harbor Hawk not named Bryce Teodosio. And he did it from off the mound. As the 1-2 comes in, breaking ball, that plunks the hitter Emery on the front elbow. He'll draw a hit by pitch. He just jogs down the first base line, hands off his bat to one of the Orleans back girls as he stands at first base with 1 away. So Hughes had a 2-strike count, but just ran an offering too far inside. Hit Emery on the front shoulder. He now stands aboard for the first time. Tanner Murray now the hitter. 0 for 1 with a ground out to short. As Hughes has to work back into the stretch. He's got his right arm dangled down. Now comes set at the letters. Rocks and fires. Breaking ball runs onto the strike zone. 0-1. And talking about that athletic play in Chatham, Brady Smith, Angler's catcher, tried to place down a bunt on Hughes. He popped it up the first baseline. So what does Hughes do? He comes rushing off the mound, sprinting in and to his left, makes a diving effort like he's an outfielder. And he came up with the baseball. The pitch comes in, grounded to the third baseman DeSantillo, flips to second for 1, relay to first, and it's in time, a double play. 5-4-3 go the Harbor Hawks. DeSantillo fields the ball out in front of third base, fires to Servideo at second, the return throw to first in time. So with that double play, it ends the top of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. Hughes faces 1 over the minimum in the frame. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Orleans 1, Hyannis nothing on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Jared DeSantillo, Adam Hackenberg, Rowdy Jordan, the 6, 7, 8 coming to the plate to begin the bottom of the 4th. It's 1-0 Firebirds with Austin Love back on the mound. DeSantillo digs into the left side of the box with Love ready to go. He makes the stretch and fires home. Breaking ball hits the outside corner, 0-1. DeSantillo today singled and then was later stranded at third. As Love fires in the 0-1, fly ball into the gap in left center field, tracking over McDaniels. He's over to his right, and he makes the grab running into the gap. He calls off Kokoska, who was moving to his left. Both converged in the left center field gap, but it was Daniels to flag it down for the first out. And Zach had to run a long way. He got a good jump on it, never took the eyes off the ball, just made the backhanded stab out of the air for the first out. DeSantillo sent down. Now Adam Hackenberg, the catcher, stepping to the plate. And the pitch, inside fastball, jackknives him. It's 1-0. Hackenberg, one of 3 strikeout victims tonight. Struck out swinging back in the second. Pitch, pop foul, up and over the screen behind home plate. That'll find the grass field just behind McKeon Park. And rain's held up so far, thankfully for both sides. As Love shaking off a couple signs with the glove put over his face. Now the 1-1 comes home. Fastball just low. Well, to look at the rain for the rest of the night. It's at least supposed to hold off till around 10 p.m., so that's a good sign. 2-1 from Love. Ground ball to the left side, gets just foul to the left of the chalk. And again, Orleans has already come out to Hyannis once to try to play the final game here at McKeon Park. Got rained out in just under 3 innings. They tried to delay it and get the field ready to play through. Just wasn't possible as there was too much rainfall. Tonight there was rainfall early, but it's held off now. 2-2. Ground ball hits softly to the left side. Fielded to his left, McCabe fires across the diamond in time. So McCabe took 2 steps to his left, cut off the shortstop Murray with more momentum, fielded it on the glove side, and flipped across for the second out. Now Rowdy Jordan, the hitter. Switch hitter from Mississippi State, will make an appearance from the left side of the box for the second time. But again, game already rained out once at McKeon between these two teams. There was a lot of rain in the afternoon today, but field held up. Pitch to Rowdy Jordan, pop foul to the left side. That'll find the crowd. So when people started to arrive at the field around 3 to 4 o'clock today, the pitch comes in. Grounded foul to the right side. The field actually looked okay to begin with. A lot of work and preparation was done to it, of course. But the field was ready for play today, and both sides could breathe a sigh of relief about that. Of course, 5 innings will regulate an entire ball game. We're in the bottom of the 4th already, but rain's supposed to hold off till around 10 p.m. Now the 0-2. Ground ball right side, moving to his left. Whitcomb makes a diving stop, throws to first, and it's wide of the first baseman, Escara. That gets behind the backstop. Avidia having to run after it from behind the plate. And Rowdy Jordan's going to get aboard with 2 outs for the number 9 man, Anthony Servideo, set to come to the plate. So Jordan hit one pretty softly to the right side. Whitcomb, who was shaded towards second base, had to make a long run to his left. A good effort to make the diving stop, but couldn't quite get to his feet and make the throw in time. That'll be ruled an infield single, with Servideo, who's already 0 for 1 today, stepping to the plate. 1-0 the score in favor of Orleans. The Zach Daniels sac fly the difference right now. Pitch. Fastball right at the letters, called strike. So Servideo, the left-handed bat. 1 of 4 today, 5 if you include Rowdy Jordan. Pitch. Fouled straight back, out of play. It's 0-2. Servideo facing the right-handed hitting Austin Love. A guy who actually fares fairly well against righties. Hitting .250 against right-handed bats entering play today. Jordan takes off, swing and a miss, it won't matter. Servideo strikes out to end the bottom of the 4th. Austin Love picks up punch-out number 5 through 4 innings, and Hyannis puts up no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. It's Orleans 1, Hyannis 0. We'll go to the 5th when we come back on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. bottom third of the Firebirds lineup coming to the plate to begin the top of the fifth frame. And both pitchers really dealing as of now. Jonathan Hughes back on the mound for the Harbor Hawks. As he rocks and deals the first pitch, it's a fastball low and away. So for Hughes, the righty out of Georgia Tech. He didn't make a single start in 2019. As he's ready with the pitch. Ground ball left side. Westberg to his right. Backhands, throws on the run across the diamond, and it can't be picked by fair. It gets toward the Firebirds dugout, and now it's going to be ruled out of play. So as a result, McCabe's going to be awarded an additional base. Westberg had a chance to make a pretty slick defensive play from the shortstop position, but Fair just couldn't dig it out from first base. And New Orleans begins the top of the fifth with a runner on second. That'll likely be ruled a single in an E6. Westberg got to make a really, really tough play going to his right, but he opted to make the throw, and he put it a little bit low in the dirt. Now David Avidia, the hitter. He singled back in the top of the third. That was his only at-bat so far to this point. Hughes will work to the stretch, working from the first base side of the rubber. Pitch, Avidia squares to bunt, pulls back, but it's a fastball low. So Hughes, no starts in 2019. He made 26 appearances out of relief. For a career, he's made 14 starts. And if you want to date back to summer leagues as well, he's made 14 total starts during summer ball. Checks the runner, fires home. Avidia pops one up, moving up Hackenberg over toward the first base line. He makes the grab. So Avidia, an unsuccessful bunt as he pops one straight in the air. Not quite an opportunity for Jonathan Hughes to make another diving grab off the mound, as the catcher Hackenberg got a much easier play at it, and he catches it underhand for the first out. So now the number 9 hitter, Zach Daniels, coming to the plate. He'll work from the right side. And one more time, Daniels again responsible for the one run on the board today. Sac fly back in the second. The pitch, or the third rather. So the pitch comes in. Fastball or breaking ball away. So Hughes, back in the fourth, actually faced the minimum. He gave up the hit by pitch to Rob Emery, but then he was erased on the 5-4-3 double play. So Hughes takes a look at the runner after getting the sign from Hackenberg. 1-0. Breaking ball crushed. Deep left center. Hauver stops his jog. He looks up, and it's long gone. Zach Daniels, first home run of the summer. RBIs number 6 and 7. And it's 3-0 Firebirds in the top of the fifth. Daniels gives a fist bump to his third base coach, steps on the plate, and is going to get high fives all around. That'll bring up Zach Kokoska for the third time, but Hughes gives up an absolute moonshot to the Tennessee product, Zach Daniels, way over the first line of trees in left center. Hauver gave a couple of courtesy steps, but not much more. So it's a 3-run lead for Orleans now in the fifth. Hughes will work back to the windup as he fires home the first offering. Fastball up. They're going to continue to try to ride Hughes out. He's been really, really good outside that one pitch, as he fires home the 1-0. Fastball for a called strike. Or rather, he's been really good to 8 of the 9 batters in the lineup. Zach Daniels, a guy who came into the day hitting just 169, the only guy who's gotten the best of him to this point. 1-1. Popped in the air toward the left field line. This is going to hook out a play toward the hill. That'll find the crowd with some scattered fans set up lawn chairs just beyond the confines of McKeon. But Daniels having himself a day so far. 3 RBIs, came into the day with just 4. Now the 1-2. Chopped right back to Hughes on the mound. Fields on a hop, flips over to Ian Fair, and there's 2 away. So Kokoska retired for the third time. It's the first time he hasn't punched out. And now in steps Zach Britton. So again, Hughes, a guy who's made 14 career starts in school ball, 14 total starts in summer ball, is making his 3rd start of the summer here as he fires home a first pitch off speed. It's on the inside corner, strike 1. You can total it as 17 summer ball starts now after tonight. As he's ready, the 0-1. Tapped off the front leg by Britton. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Hughes made 7 starts back in 2018 for the Florence Red Wolves of the Coastal Plain League. He had a really good summer there. .249 ERA and 50 2/3. He also made 7 starts in 2017 for the Brookhaven Bucks of the Sun Belt League. 0-2, ground ball right side. Servideo to his right, fields out in front, throws over to first, and that'll end the inning. Firebirds get a couple extra on the board as they're going to plate 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and nobody left on. Orleans 3, Hyannis nothing. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th when we come back on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Top of the lineup coming to the plate for Hyannis in the bottom of the 5th as they now look to chip away at a 3-run deficit. Jordan Westberg coming to the plate for the 3rd time. He's 1 for 2 as Austin Love's back on the mound, fires home. It's a fastball down. So Westberg, a single back in the 3rd, advanced all the way to 3rd on a wild pitch. He struck out in the 1st inning. Westberg, a guy looking to start something off in the bottom of the frame as he swings and misses through the next offering. 1-1 the count. Westberg, a guy who, of course, had a really phenomenal season out at Mississippi State. 29 extra base hits, with an on-base of .402. Started every single game. The offering, ground ball hit out to the shortstop Murray. Fields out in front, throws on the run, and it's in time. 1 down. Westberg makes it a 1 for 3 night. And Rigsby Mosley will now be the hitter. So Austin Love has been absolutely cruising through this start. He's given up the 4 hits, sure. He's minimized damage. Hasn't given up any big Harbor Hawk hits. In fact, no extra base hits yet to this point. Mosley now the hitter from the left side. Offering home, cut and a miss. Chases one down and away, and it's 0-1. So Love shakes a couple of signs off. Works from the windup. The offering, another wave and a miss from Mosley. It's 0-2. So Love, a guy who'd already had a pretty sturdy summer coming into this start. Only adding to it here at McKeon Park tonight. 0-2. Popped up on the infield to the left side, but this is going to tail just out of play and find the crowd. So once again, Love, longest start of the summer, 4 innings. Did that once against Hyannis, against Chatham. So this is already his longest start for Orleans to date. His longest outing of the season came against the Miami Hurricanes back in postseason play. 6 1/3 innings out of the bullpen. Pitch to Mosley, fly ball, deep right field, turning the shoulders, Britton at the wall, lines up and just makes the grab on the track. So Rigsby gave that one a ride. But Britton made the grab right on the base of the warning track for the 2nd out. Now with 2 down, Hunter Goodman will come to the plate. But again, keep in mind, 6 1/3 innings out of the bullpen for Love, and he didn't make a single start all year. Starter was struggling. They asked and called upon him as Goodman swings away, lines one out to left field, backtracking. Kokoska turns the shoulders. That'll get over his head. Goodman around first base. He's thinking 2. He's going to cruise in without a throw. And Hunter Goodman picks up double number 10 of his summer. Extra base hit, number 15. He's aboard at second base with 2 down for Trevor Hauver. So Goodman, after coming off a 3-for-4 day 2 nights ago, picks up a 5th inning double to put a runner in scoring position. Hover now the hitter. He's reached base once on a walk. Now has 25 this summer. A 3-walk lead on either of the Chatham Anglers, Caden Polkovich or Jamal O'Gwyn. But again for Love, starter was struggling back in that outing where he went 6 1/3. They called upon him. He was absolutely brilliant. Pitch misses down low. 1 earned run, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, and he gave up just the 3 hits. That was a season high in both innings pitched and strikeouts for the right-hander. Love checks the runner, comes home. Off speed, right at the knees, and the count levels. And he was a guy that got a lot of work in his first year pitching for the Tar Heels after redshirting in 2018. 36 appearances. He comes home to Hover, misses down, it's 2-1. 7th appearance this summer for the Firebirds, his 4th start, longest one to date. Hover looking to pick up an RBI with Goodman standing at second base, the infield back. 3-0 Orleans, the score in the bottom of the 5th. 2-1 comes in, fastball low and away. 3 balls, 1 strike to the left-handed hitting Trevor Hover. He's already walked once today. Ian Fair waits on deck. He's currently in the midst of a 9-game hitting streak. Love bends the back knee. Now the 3-1. Cut and a miss at a breaking ball. The count will swell. 3-2 with 2 down. Goodman getting a fair lead at second base. Nobody holding him on. The entire infield back, everybody pretty much straight up. Second baseman Shea Whitcomb playing out in short right field. The stretch in the offering. Line drive into left center field. Over comes Kokoska to his left, and he makes the grab right at the neck level. So Hover hits a line drive the other way, but it finds the glove of the Kansas State Wildcat. And that ends the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. It's the Firebirds 3, the Harbor Hawks nothing. We'll go to the top of the 6th when we come back on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Heart of the Firebirds lineup coming to the plate to start the top of the 6th here at McKeon Park is Shea Whitcomb, the UCSD right-handed hitter. Will dig in from the right side. Jonathan Hughes back on the mound as he's ready with the first pitch. It misses low and away. So Hughes is working his longest outing to date for the Harbor Hawks. There's some action starting to get loose down the left field line in the bullpen. But Hughes is ready. The 1-0 comes in. Ground ball hits softly to the left side. Westberg charges in, throws on the run, a quick transfer. They got him. Nice play by Jordan Westberg, the shortstop, to move in a little bit to his right, still fielded it on the glove side, and threw across the diamond, and a strike to Ian Fair for the first out. So Whitcomb's been held quiet today. Orleans' top home run hitter with 4. Also 10 RBIs on the summer, but 0 for 3 so far today. Trevin Escara now digs in from the left side. Hughes will fire home. Off speed, hits the outer black, and it's 0-1. So Orleans won the first contest here 4-0. Pitch comes in from Hughes. Esquera checks his swing, but absolutely goes around. It's 0-2. They're up 3-0 here. But Hyannis is no stranger to comebacks. Especially against the Firebirds, they chipped away a pretty good amount in game 2. Pitch, line drive down the left field line. That's going to hook foul. Takes a hop into the Harbor Hawk bullpen. They were down 7-0 out at Eldridge Park the second time these teams faced off. They couldn't quite come all the way back, but they got 5 back. Had the winning run at the plate as the 0-2 comes in. This is upstairs, or at least they had the go-ahead run. Jackson Olsen was the hitter with 2 guys aboard, and he absolutely crushed one to center field. The 1-2 will come into Esquera, popped up on the left side. DeSantillo giving chase, a hard sprint toward the dugout, but he's going to have to ease off and watch it get out of play. Olsen in that at bat at Eldridge Park gave that one an absolute ride. The problem was Eldridge Park absolutely kills balls that go to dead center. 434 feet to center field, and it just died in the outfield. Now Hughes is 1-2. Ground ball right side. Servideo to his left, fields cleanly, throws on the run to fair. It's in time. Nice play now by the second baseman, Servideo. Had to run a long way to his left. Fielded the ball out toward his left leg. Kept his momentum going toward first base and made a strong enough throw to fair to get the runner. So 2 ground outs from Jonathan Hughes to start the top of the 6th. 3-0 Orleans the score as Rob Emery, the designated hitter from San Francisco, will dig in. Offering, low and away. Again, both these guys work really quickly. Love works really quickly for the Firebirds, and Hughes is already ready to go as he gets the sign from Hackenberg and comes home. Breaking ball low and away. Jonathan Hughes is going to rub a baseball out behind the mound as he calls time. But once again, Hyannis got 5 back in that game. Then they won game 3, 2-0. Pitch. Fastball. Misses just downstairs. It's 3-0. Hughes has only given up 2 free passes today. A walk to Zach Britton in the 3rd. Hit by pitch to the man at the plate, Rob Emery, in the 4th. 3-0 comes in. Get me over fastball. It's 3-1. 91 miles an hour from the right-hander. Time's going to be called. Emery wants a second out of the box. Now Hughes is ready. The 3-1. Line drive into right field. That's tailing away from Mosley. It's going to get down toward the corner all the way to the fence. Emery around first. He's thinking second. He'll get in without a throw. Cut off by Servideo in short right field. And the San Francisco product has himself his first hit of the night. Reaches base for the 2nd time. So 2 outs with a man on second. Tanner Murray's now the hitter. Hughes got those 2 quick outs. But Rob Emery gives a nice piece of hitting, staying with a pitch away. Lines it down the right field line. No chance for Mosley to come up with it. Now Murray will be the hitter. He's grounded out twice today. Once into a double play. Pitch. Breaking ball hits the outside corner. I can't ground into a double play here, of course. There's already 2 down. But Murray, shortstop out of UC Davis, trying to extend a Firebirds lead. Hughes checks the runner. Now the 0-1. Fastball low. Slightly gets away from Hackenberg. Not far enough for Emery to advance. So for Jonathan Hughes, whose innings pitched took a season-high total of 5. That was at Virginia Tech on April the 20th. Gave up 2 hits, just 1 run, struck out 6. That was also his season-high in strikeouts. Ready with the 1-1. Popped foul to the right side, out of play. So if you want to combine his school and summer seasons, this is already the longest he's gone this year. Austin Love making his longest appearance on the Cape tonight. Jonathan Hughes making his longest appearance total tonight of 2019. Murray, the shortstop's going to dig back in. It's a 1-2 count with 2 down. Runner on second, Rob Emery. Orleans leads 3-0. The offering. Fly ball, lifted into right field fairly deep. Mosley backs up a couple steps, now comes in, and he makes the grab. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. One left on. Jonathan Hughes has worked 6 quality innings for the Harbor Hawks, but Orleans leads 3-0, and the Bats are looking to get going for the hometown Hyannis Ball Club. We'll have that for you in just a second when we come back on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. As we come back to McKeon Park for the bottom of the 6th, the night of Austin Love has ended after 5 innings. The North Carolina Tar Heel turns in his best outing of the summer for Kelly Nicholson's squad. Goes 5 innings, 5 hits allowed, no runs, 1 walk, and a season-high 6 strikeouts. With that, they'll turn to the bullpen and bring in the 6'2", 195 righty Chase Wallace out of Tennessee. He'll be making appearance number 12. He's 2-0 with a 2.75 ERA as he's set to face Ian Fair. The pitch, fastball, runs onto the outside corner. It's 0-1. 16 1/3 innings pitched. He's walked 9, struck out 17. As the righty's now ready, the windup and the offering. It's a fastball that runs low. And in fact, for the righty Wallace, up to this point, he's thrown his last 5 1/3 innings scoreless. Those have come over the course of 5 different appearances. As he delivers home, line drive, hooking foul down the right field line. It's way out of play into the trees. 3-0 Firebirds the score. Orleans with 6 hits, Hyannis with 5 hits. Only 1 double, that was from Hunter Goodman, the only extra base hit. Wallace now the 1-2. Tapped right out in front of the mound. Wallace will field cleanly, fire over to first in time. Bears retired. He makes it a 0-for-3 night thus far. And Jared DeSantillo will be the hitter. So Wallace has been really sharp thus far for Orleans. And again, this is an Orleans pitching staff that's just been really sharp. Team ERA ranks 2nd. Team batting average against ranks 2nd. There are 112 walks allowed entering tonight's play. Ranks 4th. So very economical. They don't actually strike out a whole ton of batters, but they're really good at keeping the ball down and minimizing damage. Offering to DeSantillo. Fastball up. So Jared 1 for 2 today. A walk and a fly out to center. As Wallace is ready, delivers home. Fly ball, foul. That'll get out of play down the left field line. DeSantillo got to take part in the All-Star game last night. He went 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout looking, although probably should have been 2 walks. Kind of got the short end of a strike 3 call back in his 2nd plate appearance. But overall, he said it was still a fantastic experience. 1-1. Tapped in and out of the glove of the catcher, Avidia. So he was one of 3 participants, along with Hunter Goodman and Tyler Madison. But it's almost a bit fitting that DeSantillo drew a walk last night, as he's been pretty much a walk machine this summer. Not quite at Trevor Hauver level, but he's got 17. That's 2nd on the team. And he sure works a lot of good counts. Here he's in a 1-2-1. Pitch, fastball, that plunks DeSantillo right on the front foot. He'll get a free pass. So he'll take off the batting gloves, jog his way down to first base, and it'll put a runner on board for Adam Hackenberg. For DeSantillo, that's just his second hit by pitch of the summer. It's his 19th free pass. Hackenberg will now be the hitter with a runner on board. Time will be called. DeSantillo might want an extra split second to reset himself. He's going to take off his batting gloves. He'll just put them in his back pocket. So now things are set to go. Hackenberg, the Clemson catcher, looking for hit number 1. He struck out and grounded out to third today. Wallace, the righty, stretch and delivery, line drive up the box and into center field. Adam Hackenberg right on cue, first hit of the night. DeSantillo moves up to second, and now the tying run coming to the plate in the form of Rowdy Jordan. So the Harbor Hawks now with 6 hits tonight, much to the same of the Road Town Firebirds. But Orleans has just capitalized on more opportunities. If you want to zoom the lens in closer, Zach Daniels has capitalized on opportunities. The guy's almost doubled his RBI total in tonight's contest. He's got 3. He's responsible for all 3 Firebirds runs with a sac fly to right and a 2-run missile to left center back in the top of the 5th. Pitch to Jordan. Fastball on the inside corner. Pumped in at 91 miles an hour. It'll be 0-1. So this Harbor Hawk offense has started to get going a little bit over the last 3 games. They've scored 5 or more runs in those last 3 contests. As Wallace looks at the runner at second, comes home, a swing and a miss. Now the previous 7 before that, they had not scored 5 runs. But they've scored 5 in each of their last 3, capped off by a 7-6 win out at Katuitt 2 nights ago. That was their first win over the Kettleers all summer. So they salvaged that series. Now trying to even one with the Firebirds tonight. 0-2. Fastball high. Firebirds couldn't pick up a game on Hyannis in 2018. They lost that series 4-0. As Rowdy Jordan takes a long time in the left side of the box, now wiggling the bat above his shoulder. Wallace, the stretch in the offering home, popped foul over the netting, and it'll get out by the snack stand over the press box. Anthony Servideo, the man on deck. Action still looming in the Harbor Hawk bullpen. Jonathan Hughes has already thrown 6 really, really strong innings for Hyannis. Of course, he gave up the home run to Zach Daniels, but really the only mistake he made the entire night. 2 runners on, a little bit of attention from Murray at short. The pitch to Jordan, lined foul, out of play. That gets over down the left field line and back toward the parking lot. So Rowdy Jordan, a guy who's looking to up the average a little bit this summer. Well, he didn't have any problems with that during his school season, at least in total. 290, 74 hits in his time at Mississippi State this year. It's a 1-2 count with 1 down. Pitch comes in from Wallace, breaking ball well outside. But if Rowdy Jordan showed one trend in his time at Mississippi State, is he gets better with time. He dealt with a slump in early 2018. He was hitting 191 through the first 4 SEC games. Then he finished the year at 321 for his freshman season. 2-2 from Wallace. Pop foul back and off the screen. 2019, it was more of the same story. And he was hitting under 200 through the first month of the season and until around the end of March. Then they had a midweek game against Mississippi Valley State and then an Auburn series as well. Helped jumpstart the rest of his season. In those 4 games combined, he put together 11 hits, 8 RBIs, and 4 doubles. And the rest was history as he finished the year hitting 290, as well as 11 stolen bases, which ranked second on the ball club. 74 hits one more time. He's looking to pick up hit number 8 for the Harbor Hawks right here. Wallace the stretch. Tennessee righty rocks and fires. Pop-up, foul ball, left side. That's going to get out of play. So Rowdy Jordan's put together a lengthy at-bat. He's got a 2-2 count with one down. The ninth pitch of the at-bat upcoming. Starting to get a little bit dark here from McKeon. Lights have flipped on. Some dark clouds still looming over the ballpark, but enough light blue sky that nobody should have to worry about too much rain quite yet. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Chase Wallace buries an off-speed pitch. Jordan goes after it, and there's two down in the frame for Anthony Servideo. Wallace picks up his first punch out. It's number 18 of his summer. And Anthony Servideo's in another two-out potential RBI situation. He came up with two aboard and two out back in what was his first at-bat in the bottom of the second, but he flew out to right field. Now he's seeing a new arm, the righty Wallace. He's looking to do some damage. The righty kicks and delivers. Fastball low, blocked up by Avidia. 1-0. So for Orleans, they're looking to keep suit in the East Division. They currently sit in third with 35 points, a 16-12-3 record. 1-0 from Wallace. Fastball high, it's 2-0. They sit 5 points behind the second place YD Red Sox, 7 points behind the first place Chatham Anglers, and 3 points ahead of the fourth place Harwich Mariners. Wallace is going to take a breath, works from the right side, comes home. Ground ball right side, backhanded by Esquera, moving into foul ground. He steps on the pillow, and that'll be the end of the inning. So Servideo couldn't quite sneak one past the LMU first baseman Trevin Esquera. That'll end the bottom of the sixth inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, two left on base. It's the Firebirds 3, the Harbor Hawks nothing. We'll go to the seventh when we come back on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Top of the seventh coming up from McKeon Park between Hyannis and Orleans. With the Firebirds out 3-0, Chad Gassman opts to go to the bullpen and bring in the right-hander Landon Kelly out of the University of Memphis. And he's set to face Eddie McCabe as he swings away and pops one or taps one behind home plate foul. Landon Kelly set to make his second appearance. He went 3 innings back 6 days ago against the Harwich Mariners. Gave up just 1 run on 1 hit. Gets the sign, delivers home. Breaking ball, called strike on the outside corner. So just 3 innings pitched to this point. 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Limited sample size of work, but looking to keep the score at bay as the 0-2 comes in. It's a fastball that misses inside. Kelly, 6'1", 210 pounds, just finished his redshirt sophomore year. He's ready the 1-2. Breaking ball well outside. 19 appearances, 3 of them starts in his season at Memphis. 2-3 record with a 5.70 ERA. He walked 13, he struck out 37. Gets the sign, comes home, 2-2. Tap behind home plate, just in front of Adam Hackenberg. So Kelly originally started his career at Austin Peay. After his freshman season, he decided to transfer out to Memphis. He actually played both ways for Austin Peay. He only got 2 at-bats for Memphis during 2019, so they made him more of a one-way guy, just strictly a pitcher. The right-hander gets ready, 2-2 comes in. It's a fastball in at 91 miles an hour. So Orleans setting up their 7-8-9 here in the 7th. 6 hits for each side, but the Orleans ball club up 3-0. The 3-2, inside ball 4. Kelly walks Eddie McCabe. He reaches base for the 3rd time tonight. He's 2 for 2 with a walk. David Avidia, the catcher, now digging in. So Hyannis looking for win number 8. They won back 2 nights ago against the Katua Kettleers. They got the day off yesterday. At least all but 3 players did for the All-Star game. Kelly the stretch, but fires over to first and back safely with no problem. The runner, Eddie McCabe. Again, Orleans had 3 players playing that game, much like Hyannis. Firebirds had Jared Schuster, Max Troiani, and Noah Skiro. All 3 of those guys getting the day off today, too. Vidia shows bunt, pulls back, and it's a fastball low and away. So each of these ball clubs had 3 All-Stars. Orleans, 2 pitchers and a hitter. Hyannis, 2 hitters and a pitcher. Kelly comes set. Avidia shows bunt. It's a called strike as he doesn't pull back, but it was with the pitch anyway. East won the ball game last night. Brett Auerbach, who's on that 14-game hitting streak, walked things off. And the East came up with a hometown victory as it was played at an Eastern Division ballpark in Orleans. It's 2 years in a row the game's been at an Eastern park. It was at White House Field in Harwich last summer. Orleans just last night. Avidia, the hitter, went out to have a quick meeting down the third base line with his third base coach. Now he's back into the box with Landon Kelly starting to get set. Home plate umpire Sparky Burns works his way back behind the plate. Avidia is going to show bunt again. Orleans really looking to add some insurance. He taps one down the first base line, but it's foul. So Kelly, who had that 3-inning appearance his last time out against Harwich, made 14 multi-inning appearances in 2019. 5 innings was his season high. And speaking of season high, both starters reached that to some level tonight. Kelly ready, the 1-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Kelly freezes David Avidia. His first strikeout tonight, 2nd of the summer. And there's 1 down for the man that's done all the damage today, Zach Daniels. Daniels from the right side. He digs in. Kicks some dirt with the left foot. Getting a short lead at first is the runner, Eddie McCabe. He'll be held on by fair. Servideo playing to his right, so a gaping hole on the right side for the right-handed bat. Pitch from Kelly. Fastball low. So this is an Orleans ball club that, again, is not an incredibly potent offensive team. It's been their pitching that's really anchored them this summer. That's why they sit at 3rd in the West in the East Division, as their pitching staff, starters, and bullpen have been rock solid. Pitch to Daniels, a breaking ball low and away. In fact, it's funny, Orleans probably had a better offense last year. And that was a team that won just 14 games and went on an awful, awful stretch to end the season and ended up missing out on the playoffs. 2-0 from Kelly. It's a fastball up high, or rather, breaking ball up high. Orleans got cold. Brewster got a little bit hot toward the end of the summer, and the Whitecaps snuck into that fourth place spot. The right-hander Kelly, 6'1", 210-pounder, works from the stretch, fires home. It's a fastball down, and he walks Zach Daniels. So what a productive day for the Tennessee Volunteer. He's aboard at first base. There's 2 on with 1 out. Zach Kokoska set to come to the plate at the top of the lineup. And time's going to be called as Hackenberg wants to have a quick word with Kelly up on the mound. But again for Orleans, a team that's been anchored by pitching this year, their offense is a bit down. But despite the 14-win season last year, they had some bats in the lineup. None more potent, of course, than a guy by the name of J.J. Bleday. So time's going to be called. Briefly, umpire's going over something. But now everything's back in order as Kokoska's going to dig into the left side. But so many good bats in that Orleans lineup last year. Pat DeMarco, another Commodore. That's like Justin Levy from Louisville. They had some real hitters. Pitch from Kelly. Fastball called, strike at the bottom of the zone. And again, nobody more potent than J.J. Bleday. I mean, the guy won the Prospect of the Year for the Cape Cod League in 2018. Matthew Barefoot of Hyannis won the MVP. But J.J. Bleday won the top prospect. As Kelly's ready, comes in. It's a line drive foul down the left field line. Now against Hyannis, Vanderbilt, or rather the Vanderbilt product, J.J. Bleday, like he did the rest of the league, absolutely had his way. 8 for 16, a home run, 4 RBIs in 4 games. And he was pretty incredible last summer. And as a result, turned in an unbelievable season for Vanderbilt en route to a national title as time's going to be called. You go to his junior year, and J.J. Bleday turned in a season where he hit .354, 25 home runs, 67 runs batted in, and to cap it all off, he was drafted 4th overall by the Miami Marlins. The 0-2 from Kelly popped up, foul left side. That's going to find the crowd. Bleday, again, easily the best bat in the Commodores lineup this summer, or this season. Probably the best bat in the Firebirds lineup last summer. Pretty much a unanimous vote. And then he was a top 5 pick in the Major League draft. Orleans doesn't quite have a bat like that this summer. Zach Britton's a good bat. Kokoska's solid at the top of the lineup as he swings away and fights one off foul. But nobody at the caliber of Bleday. The power kind of came out of nowhere for Bleday, too. He had 6 home runs in his first 2 seasons combined. He had 25 in his junior year. And again, probably, if not one of the biggest reasons that Tim Corbin and the Vanderbilt Commodores hosted a national championship this year. Hoisted, we should say. They took down the Michigan Wolverines to win the title. Here at McKeon Park, it's an 0-2 count with 1 down. 3-0 Firebirds the score. As Kelly's ready, the 0-2. Ground ball foul. Kokoska fights another one off. He's making it a lengthy at bat. Time's going to be called. Pitching coach Ray Korn's going to make his way out to the mound. So in a pitcher's league like the Cape Cod League, there's a lot of trends that show that pitching is often the X factor. Orleans, again last year, a good offense, a pitching staff that faltered at times. And as a result, they went on a tough skid to end the season and they missed the playoffs. This year, bats aren't as lively. Pitching is. And they sit at 3rd place in the East Division. And that's been the tough go of it for Hyannis, too. The pitching has been up and down at times. There's some very, very good bats in the lineup. But it's sometimes been tough to string together some quality outings on the mound. Jonathan Hughes put that to a stop tonight. He went 6 strong, giving up the 3 earned. But they call the Cape Cod a pitcher's league. And they call it that for a reason. Orleans, a prime example. Better pitching this year, better results. Kokoska is still the hitter at the plate. This will be the 6th pitch of the at-bat upcoming as the meeting's adjourned. Ray Korn, the pitching coach, works his way back to the dugout. There's 2 out and there's 2 on and 1 down. Kokoska today is 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Kelly checks the runner, comes home, taps right back to the mound, over the glove, backhanded by Servideo, flips to Westberg for 1. That's the only play. So a nifty play from the Ole Miss Rebel, Servideo. The ball went up the middle, over the glove of the pitcher, Kelly. Servideo moved to his right, backhanded it, flipped it out of the glove to Westberg at second, and he saves a run as well. The inning will keep going with Zach Britton coming to the plate. It's 1st and 3rd with 2 outs, but that ball gets through, and Eddie McCabe easily scores from second base. So Britton 0 for 2 today with a walk. He's grounded out to second base both the times he's made out. Kelly the stretch in the pitch. Called strike at a fastball on the outer part of the plate. And the strong Orleans pitching has followed suit tonight. Austin Love put together his best start of the summer. Chase Wallace thus far really strong in his inning of relief. Pitch, swing and a miss. Kelly's looked strong too, however. He's got runners on the corners here. He's already punched out 1. That was David Avidia. He looked really strong in his first outing, giving up just the 1 earned in 3 innings. He's 1 pitch away from getting himself out of the top of the 7th. The Memphis righty comes at, fires home. Fastball just low. No further action looming in the Hyannis bullpen. They're going to stick with Kelly for the time being. Orleans more of the same, as Chase Wallace has only thrown 1 relief inning to this point. 3-0 the score, each team with 6 hits. McCabe the runner at 3rd. Kokoska the runner at 1st after the fielder's choice. Kelly sets above the letters. The 1-2. Misses just out. Count a level to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Britton the number 2 hitter in the lineup tonight. Once again, 16 RBIs. And he's got an RBI opportunity at hand. Hitting .500 with runners on base this summer. As time's called, he's going to step out. And Britton absolutely thrives in situations like this. He additionally hits .571 with runners in scoring position. Kelly ready the pitch. Fouled back and out of play. And then with runners in scoring position and 2 away, Britton hits .286. So he's not fazed by a pressure-packed at bat. A little less pressure here in this plate appearance, with Orleans up by 3. But Britton's still looking to drive in a run. 2-2 from Kelly. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Britton slams the bat down as the inning ends, and Landon Kelly works himself out of a jam in the top of the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's Orleans 3, Hyannis nothing on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Bottom of the 7th coming up from McKeon Park with the top of the lineup coming to the plate for the Harbor Hawks. They trail 3-0 against Orleans. Chase Wallace back up on the rubber. The righty's going to get his sign as he fires home to Jordan Westberg, who swings away, chops one down the third base line. Coming in quickly, McCabe fires across the diamond, not in time. Westberg beats it out for a leadoff infield single. There's one aboard with nobody down after one pitch. McCabe with a nice effort, had to charge in quickly, fielded it cleanly, made a quick transfer and throw, but Westberg and his speed just beat it out. So Westberg already extended his hitting streak to 7 games with his hit of the day in his second at bat, coming in a single back in the bottom of the 3rd. But he makes it a 2-hit day. His 4th multi-hit game during the 7-game hit streak, as Rigsby Mosley's now the hitter from the left side. First time seeing Wallace. The righty works from the stretch, fires home. Ground ball right side. Esquera fields out in front, now flubs it, flips to first, and it's in time. So he minimizes the damage after the ball came in and out of his glove. The double play opportunity was washed away, but he still gets one, retiring Rigsby Mosley over at first base. Hunter Goodman now the hitter. Runner on second base with 1 out. Goodman's already doubled once today. That's the only Hyannis extra base hit. 7 hits for the Harbor Hawks. Goodman has 1 of those 7. Westberg a fair lead off of second base. Wallace is ready, comes home. Big cut and a miss from Goodman, strike 1. Gave a healthy hack at that one, just couldn't get anything of it. So Goodman looking to capitalize at a potential RBI opportunity. It's 3:23 with runners on base. The pitch comes in, it's a fastball low and away. And Wallace starting to ramp up the velocity a little bit. 94 miles an hour on that last fastball. Three 0 the score. Goodman looking to put the first run on the board. Pitch from Wallace. Fly ball into right center field. Back goes Britton, still going at the wall. It's gone! Hunter Goodman, home run number 6 on the summer. And just like that, we got a 1-run ball game from McKeon Park. RBIs number 30 and 31 for the Memphis product. Home run derby ends yesterday. He picks it right back up. 3-2 the score for McKeon Park as he gets high fives all around. And just like that, it's 3-2 Orleans in the bottom of the 7th. So Goodman shoots that one the other way into right center field. And it gets into the bottom of the tree area just out by the American flag. Just like that, it's 3-2 with Trevor Hopper coming to the plate. That first pitch misses way outside, gets over the glove of the catcher, Avidia. And for Hunter Goodman, that's his first home run since playing these very Firebirds. That was 11 days ago. It's 1-0 with 1 down to Hopper. The stretch in the offering from Wallace. Fastball outside. And back in that home run for Goodman. It was 0-0 going into the top of the 9th. And he hit a 2-run bomb to give Hyannis the lead. The 2-0 from Wallace. Fastball at the bottom of the zone. 2-1 the count. And during that home run, he absolutely let Orleans know it too. He walked about 15 feet down the line and gave a healthy bat flip as well. 2-1. Swing and a miss from Hopper. The count evens. And the Orleans players didn't seem too thrilled about it. But Goodman didn't care. He didn't bat flip that one. That one wasn't as much of a sure thing as the previous. Pitch to Hopper, misses upstairs. He's just having some fun. As he had smiles on his face, getting helmet taps all around after that home run. 3-2 comes in to Hopper. Fouled away to the left side. But he sure had Orleans' number this summer. Again, 2 home runs against the Firebirds. He's got 6 on the year, 31 RBIs. The 3-2 to Hopper. Upstairs ball 4. There's walk number 26 of the summer for the Sun Devil. He's on at first. He represents the tying run, with the go-ahead run Ian Fair coming to the plate. Time's going to be called. It's going to be a mound visit at the top of the hill as pitching coach and catcher David Avidia making their way out. For Ian Fair, still looking to extend the hitting streak to 10 games. Couldn't come at a better time than right now. Havers reached base twice today, both on the walk. Fair so far, 0 for 3. 2 groundouts and a strikeout looking. Quick meeting as it adjourns. Everybody back to their original place. Fair still getting loose outside the right-handed batter's box. Harbor Hawk bats were kept quiet until here in the bottom of the 7th, but who else? Hunter Goodman with a 2-run bomb the opposite way. And just like that, it's 3-2. So Goodman with 6 home runs on the season. He hit 7 yesterday in his round during the home run derby. And again, he just seemed pretty content on picking up where he left off. The pitch to Fair. Breaking ball drops into the zone. It's 0-1. And if you total the home runs from the 6 guys yesterday in the first round, of course, 6 participants, Goodman finished 3rd, but he had to go up against Tyler Hardman from Brewster, who ended up winning the whole thing. Pitch to Fair. Breaking ball, that misses down. Hardman had double digits in the first round. And then he blew out both Nico Cavadas of Harwich and his Brewster teammate TJ Collette in the final round of play. 6 start, 3 make the finals as the pitch to Fair's fouled away. And then one guy obviously ends up the winner. That was Hardman. Hardman entering today's play in terms of home runs had 7. Goodman with that home run now puts himself in 5th place in the league. The stretch from Wallace, the 1-2 to Fair. Called strike 3 at the knees. Fair gives a little bit of a head shake walking back to the dugout. He'll punch out looking for the 2nd time tonight. And with 2 down, 1 on, Kelly Nicholson's going to opt to go to the mound and bring in a lefty to face Jared DeSantillo. So that'll be it for Chase Wallace after an inning and 2/3 pitch. Line's still open, but we'll take a short break and come back in the bottom of the 7th. Hyannis has life, courtesy of a 2-run bomb from Hunter Goodman. They got a runner on first, threatening further here in the bottom of the 7th. It's Orleans 3, Hyannis 2 on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Back in the bottom of the 7th from McKeon Park, Jared DeSantillo coming to the plate with Trevor Hauver aboard at first, 2 away. And with that, Orleans Firebirds manager Kelly Nicholson opts to bring in the left-hander Angelo Smith. It'll be his 4th appearance of the summer. The lefty out of the University of Michigan's thrown 4 innings to this point. Walked 3, struck out 4, an ERA just of 9. The pitch to DeSantillo, runner Hauver takes off, throw down to second base, fielded on a hop, tag applied, they got him. Angelo Smith, we barely knew you here in the bottom of the 7th. 1 pitch, Hauver thrown out trying to steal second base, and that's how the frame concludes. For Hyannis, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, nobody left on. It's Orleans 3, Hyannis 2. We'll go to the top of the 8th when we come back on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Three, 4, 5 coming to the plate for Orleans in the top of the 8th inning. With the right-hander Landon Kelly back on the hill, he'll face Shea Whitcomb, who's set to make plate appearance number 4. UC San Diego Products 0 for 3 as Kelly fires home. It's a fastball on the outer edge for strike 1. That one comes in at 87 miles an hour. Whitcomb today, strikeout, fly out to left, and a ground out to shortstop. A 1. Check swing, appeal down to first base. He goes around, according to first base umpire Larry Rosenberg. So Kelly drops the baseball on the return feed from Adam Hackenberg. He goes to retrieve it over toward the left side of the infield. He'll step back on the mound with an 0-2 count. Hyannis had been held scoreless through 6 frames, but a Hunter Goodman 2-run blast to right center put him on the board and now are within 1. The pitch, fastball high. And to take a look around the rest of the league tonight, Hyannis and Orleans just one of 3 games that actually got played. 4 were scheduled, but Harwich and Katuitt got postponed at Lowell Park. 1-2, popped up into short right center field. Back going Servideo, in comes Rigsby Mosley, puts on the burners at the last second, and he makes the grab. 1 down in the top of the 8th. Whitcomb's now 0 for 4 on the night. That'll bring up the switch hitting Trevin Esquera, who's set to hit from the left side. But around the rest of the league, Falmouth took down Brewster 4-1 out at Stony Brook Field. But the one that Hyannis always looks to, the Bourne Braves, who were taken down by the Whitey Red Sox tonight 5-0 at Red Wilson. Pitch to Esquera, line drive into the gap in left center. That's going to fall quickly and get to the fence. Esquera around the bag at first. He's thinking 2. He's going to stop right there as the throw's cut off to Jordan Westberg in short left center. And Trevin Esquera makes it a 2-hit night with a 1-out double. He'll remove his elbow guards and wristbands as he hands them off to the first base coach. Gets a fist bump and moves back to second base. 1 out, 1 on. Rob Emery, the hitter. Landon Kelly puts himself in another mini jam. He's looking to keep the score at a 1-run deficit for Hyannis as the offense looks like it might be starting to get going. Emery's 1-2 with a hit by pitch. He's got his knees bent from the right side of the box, bat tucked behind his neck as he takes a strike on an off speed. So 3-2 the score here from McKeon Park. Hyannis came into the night sitting a total of 11 points behind the Bourne Braves. They can make it 9. They can come from behind and pick up a win. The stretch and the pitch from Kelly. Fastball at the bottom of the zone, 0-2. Bourne now sits at 13-20. The top 3 teams in the West way ahead of the pack. Falmouth with 39 points after the win tonight. Catuit, who's already clinched a spot at 37 points. And Wareham, who has the day off today, is at 37 points. As Kelly's ready, the 0-2 comes in. Misses just outside, ball 1. 2 points for a win each team gets. 1 for a tie, and none for a loss. Hyannis sits with 15 points entering tonight's play. Kelly taking a long look in at the San Francisco hitter Rob Emery. He'll get the sign. Checks the runner at second. That's Esquera. Now the 1-2. Ground ball right to the shortstop. Westberg moves to his left, fields cleanly, fires across, and it's in time. Esquera moves up to third on the play. And there's 2 out with 1 aboard for Tanner Murray, the UC Davis shortstop. Murray's had a tough go of it today, 0 for 3. And it's been an up and down summer for the UC Davis product, who's hitting just 193. Murray bends his knees, looking toward the third baseline. He gets a sign as he digs in. Esquera, after the 1-out double, advanced to third on the ground out to shortstop. Murray looking to bring him in to extend the lead. The pitch. Ground ball left side. Westberg to his right. Backhands cleanly. Quick fire across to fair. They got him. Nice play by Jordan Westberg on the backhand to end the top of the 8th. For Orleans, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. It's the Firebirds 3, the Harbor Hawks 2. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th when we come back on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. As the bottom of the 8th is set to get underway here from McKeon Park, Jared DeSantillo returns to the plate after having his at-bat cut short in the bottom of the 7th when Trevor Hauver was caught stealing moving down to second base. So DeSantillo will lead things off. 6, 7, and 8 due up with the left-hander Angelo Smith on the mound. Southpaw fires home, off-speed misses inside. Smith, a petite 5'9", 165-pound left-hander from the University of Michigan. Fires home, fastball, that misses just outside, and it's 2-0. Hails from Thornton, Illinois. And making his 4th appearance one more time on the summer. He rocks and deals the 2-0. Broken back ground ball hit softly to the second baseman Whitcomb. Off the heel of his glove, there's going to be no play at first. Jared DeSantillo reaches base on the E4, and he's going to stand up for Adam Hackenberg, who's got a man on base. Hackenberg going over a couple things with Chad Gassman down the left field line. And Hackenberg's going to make his way to the right side of the batter's box. Fresh off a 6th inning single. Harbor Hawks trailing by just 1 run. It's 3-2 Firebirds here in the 8th. And Angelo Smith, who's got the glove tucked into his jersey currently, is going to work from the stretch, gets the sign, looks over at DeSantillo with the short lead. Kicks and deals to Hackenberg, swing and a miss. Fastball run up to 89 miles an hour right there. So Smith's fastball sits in the high 80s, can touch 90s at times. Also drops in a nice breaking ball as well. The stretch in the delivery to Hackenberg fouled away. That gets off to the right side as it's 0-2. So Chase Wallace's night ends after going an inning and 2/3. Gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs. He walked 1 and struck out a pair. Third man into the game on the hill tonight for Orleans in the form of Angelo Smith as he spikes home a off-speed in the dirt, smothered by Avidia, but no advance from DeSantillo. Hackenberg coming into the at-bat, hitting .216. He's 11 for 51 this summer. He's a guy who has some power. He hit 3 home runs in his freshman year at Clemson. He's got 2 this summer. Stretching the pitch from Smith. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, strike 3. Hackenberg punches out for the 2nd time tonight. It's the first for Angelo Smith. And with 1 down, Chad Gassman's going to send up a pinch hitter. It'll be Bryce Teodosio from Clemson, set to take over for Rowdy Jordan.
Pinch hitting for the Hawks from Clemson. Number 26, Bryce Teodosio.
So Jordan's night ends after going 1 for 3. 1 single, 2 strikeouts. And Bryce Teodosio, who's fresh off a mammoth home run at Katuitt 2 nights ago, is set to dig in a pinch hit appearance. Home plate umpire Sparky Burns marking the change in his notepad. Teodosio just getting loose out the right-handed batter's box. 1 on with 1 out. Hyannis trailing by just 1 run. Teodosio, who's got some major pop in his bat, digs in. The lefty Smith checks the runner, fires home. Breaking ball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. So Teodosio comes into the at-bat, hitting .207. The infield back. The pitch, swing and a miss at a breaking ball inside. Count runs to 0-2 with 1 out. So Teodosio will likely take over for Rowdy Jordan in center field. He digs back in. Outfield playing straight away with the right fielder Zach Britton very deep in right. Angelo Smith, the stretch, and the 0-2 on the way, fouled off. 0-2 with 1 out. So Teodosio stepped into that at bat back in the 6th inning at Lowell Park and absolutely obliterated a ball up to the top of the trees. That was his first home run of the summer. Now the pitch, called strike 3 at the knees. Teodosio gets frozen for the 2nd out of the inning. It's back-to-back punch-outs for Angelo Smith, and it'll bring up Anthony Servideo. So Servideo, the hitter. DeSantillo stands aboard at first base. He represents the tying run. Servideo, the go-ahead run. Smith, the lefty, checks the runner, comes home. It's a breaking ball down. Now, Teodosio had 3 hits in his last 2 games. Each of those, he'd gotten the start in. Or rather, came in to pinch hit once. Pitch comes in, it's a called strike. Bryce came in to pinch hit against Katuitt 3 nights ago on July the 19th. He went 2 for 2. And then he went 1 for 4 at Katuitt on July the 20th, 2 days ago, with that home run in the RBI. The lefty Smith ready, the 1-1. Fastball inside, it brushes Servideo off the plate. 2-1 the count with 2 down. 3-2 Orleans in the bottom of the 8th inning. Still a calm night from McKeon Park. No rain yet with slight wind. The pitch, Called strike on the outside corner, and the count will run to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jordan Westberg in the top of the lineup. A wait on deck if we get there. That's Servideo looking to extend the inning with DeSantillo at first base. Pitch from Smith. Popped up into short right center field. Back goes Whitcomb a bit to his right, settles under it, and makes the grab in short right center. That ends the bottom of the 8th. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left on. It's the Firebirds 3, the Harbor Hawks 2. We'll go to the 9th when we come back on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Bottom third of the Firebirds lineup coming to the plate to begin the top of the 9th from McKeon Park. And with Eddie McCabe, David Avidia, and Zach Daniels coming to the plate, it's Landon Kelly back up on the mound to keep the score at bay. The righty from Memphis gets set to go from the windup. Roxon delivers the first pitch, and McCabe will take a strike on the outer edge. So Kelly has thrown some quality innings out of relief tonight. He's gone 2 scoreless to this point, just 1 hit. As he comes home, line drive into right field through the 3-4 gap, a base hit. Servideo gave an effort moving to his left. He couldn't quite get there in time. And the hitter, Eddie McCabe, makes it a 3-hit night, his 4th time reaching base. He's had himself quite the evening here for McKeon. All singles at that. He's already scored twice. And he starts Orleans off on the right foot here in the 9th frame. Avidia now, there's still no batting gloves as he's going to square to bunt again. He drops one down in fair territory out in front of the mound. Kelly picks it up. He fires over to first in time, but the job done. Sacrifice bunt from the Grand Canyon product, David Avidia. It advances the runner to second base. And with Zach Daniels coming to the plate, there's 1 on, 1 down for the Tennessee Volunteer, who's certainly had himself quite the night. 3 runs on the board for Orleans tonight. He's responsible for all of them. Sacrifice fly in the 3rd. A 2-run missile to left center back in the 5th. So the right-handed Landon Kelly working from the stretch with the runner on. The middle infielder shaded a little toward the bag. The stretch in the pitch. Breaking ball taken for a strike. It's 0-1. So when Hyannis comes up in the bottom of the 9th, they'll have the top of the order coming to the plate. Jordan Westberg, Rigsby Mosley, Hunter Goodman, the right part of the lineup to try to put together a 9th inning rally. Kelly the 0-1, swing and a miss from Daniels. Count a run to no balls, 2 strikes. And again, Bourne's already lost today. They dropped the contest 5-0 to the YD Red Sox. So Hyannis has a chance to make up a little bit of ground, but they're going to have to put some runs on the board in the 9th. They've got 2 today, courtesy of a Hunter Goodman 2-run bomb. Kelly gets the sign. Now the 0-2 comes in. Off speed, misses high. Kelly, who's got a strikeout total of 2 today. Struck out 1 his first time around. He only struck out 5 or more one time in 2019 for Memphis. He's got a 1-2 count to Daniels with 1 on. 1-2 comes in. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Zach Daniels, finally struck out tonight, and finally a productive out an unproductive out from the Tennessee right-handed bat, as it'll bring up Zach Kokoska in the top of the lineup. So again for Daniels, responsible for all 3 RBIs. He also walked today, but punches out against the right-handed Landon Kelly. So Kelly works his 3rd strikeout. Now that'll bring up Zach Kokoska. Left-handed bat from Kansas State going up against the Memphis righty, who fires home. Fastball inside, gets away from the glove of Hackenberg. And moving down to third base is Eddie McCabe. So a runner now stands at third. This is more of the same story as what happened in the top of the 8th inning. Trevin Esquera doubled to lead off the inning. Of course, Tanner Murray singled here in the 9th. Esquera got all the way down to third, but a nice backhanded stop from Jordan Westberg ended the frame. Kelly looking for a soft piece of contact to end the 9th here. Orleans leading 3-2, each club with 8 hits, and Hyannis looking for some 9th inning magic to spark. Kelly the 1-0, ground ball up the middle, Westberg to his left, can't get there on the diving stop, it skips into center. Trotting home from third, Eddie McCabe, he steps on the plate, and Orleans is out at a 2-run advantage. It's 4-2 Firebirds in the 9th inning. Kokoska makes it RBI number 5 on the season, hit number 1 on the night. And it'll bring up Zach Britton, who's now got a little bit more of a cushion to work with. So for Kelly, his first run allowed. His 3rd hit allowed tonight. As the righty looks to get back to work, he fires home a swing and a miss. Britton, who's arguably been the best bat in the lineup other than Max Troiani, today has been held off fairly well. 1 walk, but 2 groundouts. He's hitting .282 coming into the at-bat. The pitch, that'll miss away. And the count runs to 1 ball, 1 strike. Fair holding on the runner at first, that's Kokoska, with the rest of the infield pretty much playing straight up. Servideo sitting in short right field. The 1-1 from Kelly. Fly ball into shallow left field. Westberg going back to his right. Hover coming in. Nobody can get there. It drops in front. Throw to third. Tag applied by DeSantillo. And Kokoska is going to be tagged out trying to go from first to third. So the Kansas State Wildcat trying to pick up some aggressive base running as the ball dropped between Westberg and Hover in short left field. But Trevor Hover picks it up quickly, fires into DeSantillo at third, and gets the runner at third base to end the inning. So for Orleans in the frame, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 1 left on. It's the Firebirds 4, the Harbor Hawks 2. Last chance for Hyannis coming up in the 9th when we come back on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Bottom of the ninth coming up from McKeon Park. Last chance for Hyannis to try to come back with a 2-run deficit looming. It's 4-2 Orleans with Jordan Westberg, Rigsby Mosley, and Hunter Goodman set to come to the plate. And with that, Kelly Nicholson opts to go to his 4th arm of the game, 3rd from the bullpen, with the right-hander Connor Pellerin from Tulane coming in for appearance number 11. Pellerin with a decently tough task at hand, looking to retire the Mississippi State Bulldog Jordan Westberg, who takes a breaking ball inside. 11th appearance coming up for Pellerin. He's already got 2 saves. This will be a save situation with the Firebirds only leading by 2. 9 innings pitched, 9 walks to 16 strikeouts as the righty rocks and deals home, swing and a miss at a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. So nobody aboard. Westberg looking for hit number 3. He's already made it a 2-for-4 night. Righty Pellerin ready, comes home. Fastball high and in. Westberg raises the arms a little bit like he often does. But he'll be followed by Rigsby Mosley, who awaits on deck. The infield playing back. Working directly out of the stretch, Pellerin comes home, swing and a miss at a breaking ball from Westberg. 2-2 the count. The Bulldog works his way out of the box, now back in. Hyannis looking for some late inning magic and also trying to pick up some ground on Orleans. Breaking ball, this is down, it's 3-2. Appeal down to first, he doesn't go. Looking to make up some ground on Orleans and even the season series with the Firebirds currently holding that title 2-1. And additionally, probably more importantly for Hyannis, looking to make up some ground on Bourne, who lost tonight to the Whitey Red Sox. 3-2 from Pellerin. Down low, ball 4. Westberg draws a leadoff walk as he'll trot down to first base, and now the tying run coming to the plate in the form of Rigsby Mosley. Mosley, 1 hit and 4 tries tonight. That came back in the 1st inning. That'll be his first time seeing the right-hander Connor Pellerin. Rigsby digs into the left side with Westberg getting a decent lead at first, held on by Escara. Stretching the pitch. Fastball inside, gets away from the glove of Avidia, and Westberg's going to move up 90 feet. So he stands up at second. Now Mosley with an RBI opportunity to cut the lead to 1. So Pellerin's going to step off the mound to reset for a minute. Gives Mosley a long look. Now gets the sign. 1-0. Fastball down. He's got some good heat. That one coming in at 95 miles an hour. Still a decent crowd here from McKeon Park tonight. Most of the fans have stayed on hand for the entirety of the ballgame. And again, fortunate that the rain has held up tonight as well. The 2-0. Fastball outside, ball 3. Mosley a 3-0 count. He'll tap the plate twice from the left side. Looking out at the right-hander Pellerin, who is yet to find the plate here in this at-bat. Struggle with command early in the ninth. Now the 3-0. Get me over fastball down central. Mosley just watches it go to make the count 3-1. Hunter Goodman awaits on deck. He's already got 1 bomb today. He had 7 yesterday during the home run derby. And now the 3-1. Swing and a miss, and the count runs full. Pellerin went right after him, pumping 93 right down the heart of the plate, but Mosley just couldn't quite catch up with that one. 3-2 with Westberg at second, 4-2 Orleans the score. Pitch, line drive right at the second baseman. Whitcomb snags it and looks back to second base, but no throw. So Pellerin works himself back into the at-bat after falling down 3-0 in the count. And Mosley lines out to the second baseman for the first out. So Hunter Goodman now the hitter. His last at-bat was already a memorable one with that 2-run home run to right center. And a lot of Goodman's power this summer has been pull happy, as he absolutely has obliterated some balls down the left field line and into the left center gap. But that one he went the other way. First pitch, big cut and a miss through a breaking ball. It's 0-1. Trevor Hauver awaits on deck. He's the cleanup man for Hyannis tonight. But Goodman representing the tying run at the plate. Pellerin extends the arms, now ready. The pitch, swing and a miss, another breaking ball. Goodman comes up empty. The count moves to 0-2. Goodman had a similar situation against Falmouth a few nights ago. He was up at the plate, potentially representing the winning run. Of course, tonight here, he's the tying run. He just missed a home run, getting a little bit under one. Westberg, the runner at second base. Goodman already with a double and a long ball tonight. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. 96 miles an hour from Connor Pellerin gets the best of Goodman. And that's the second out of the bottom of the ninth. First strikeout of the night for the right-hander. And the final hope relies on the bat of Trevor Hauver, the Arizona State Sun Devil. Hauver works from the left side of the box. It'll be his first time seeing Pellerin. Tonight, Trevor 0 for 2 with a pair of walks. He flips the bat toward the mound, now into his stance with the bat above his shoulder. Offering, it's a breaking ball low. Hauver steps out of the box to reset. He puts the left hand to the bill of his helmet. He'll dig back in. Westberg, the runner at second with the infield back. Hyannis down 4-2. Pitch, fastball low. 2 balls, no strikes. Ian Fair awaits on deck. He'd certainly like to get a 5th plate appearance. He's been a hot bat in the Hyannis lineup, but also looking to extend a hitting streak. Now the 2-0 to Hauver. Pop up into left field and foul ground. The corner's giving it a look, or the third baseman and left fielder rather, sails out of play. So 2-1 to Hauver. 2 outs. Pellerin will get a new baseball. Hauver has 23 hits this summer. 1 a long ball coming at Hyannis. He's also got 3 doubles. Hauver the tying run as he loops the bat around the zone a pair of times. The 2-1. Pops foul, up and out of play on the left side. And now Trevor Hauver's down to his final strike. Orleans looking to hold their ground in the East Division. They're a strike away from picking up their 17th win and a summer series win over Hyannis. Pellerin working from the right side of the rubber, extends those hands. The 2-2 on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the ball game. Pellerin notches his 3rd save of the summer, and Orleans picks up win number 17. They move to 17-12-3 and pick up a 3-1 series win over Hyannis here in 2019. So Orleans wins both games at McKeon Park here this season. 4-0 in game 1. 4-2 in game 2. And once again, they hold their ground in the East Division. With Brewster losing tonight, they make up some more ground between themselves and the last place ball club. Well, Hyannis got the bats going late in the ball game. 2-run Hunter Goodman home run in the bottom of the 7th gave the Harbor Hawks some life, but just not quite enough offense strung together. Jordan Westberg leadoff walk in the 9th. Also had the tying run at the plate a couple times, but again, just a lack of that big inning for Hyannis and not enough offense strung together as a result. The pitching tonight for the Harbor Hawks was really stellar. 6 strong innings from Jonathan Hughes, who unfortunately suffers the loss, but it doesn't quite tell the story. A quality start from the right-hander. Really only made 1 mistake on that Zach Daniels 2-run home run to left center. But he threw 6 strong with 3 strikeouts. Then Landon Kelly throws 3 innings of 1-run ball. Ultimately keeps Hyannis in the ballgame. Just couldn't quite muster up enough offense late. And as a result, Orleans picks up the 4-2 win tonight. They win the series 3-1 in 2019. And they pick up win number 17, keeping them on pace with the Whitey Red Sox, who they still trail by 5 points. With Whitey's win tonight, they move to 20-13-2 with 42 points. And Orleans will have 37 points with a 17-12-3 record. So Hyannis, tomorrow night, we'll set to get after it again. The offense just couldn't quite get it going tonight, but they'll have another opportunity tomorrow, weather permitting. They're set to take on the Falmouth Commodores, who are set to make another trip out here to McKeon Park. It'll be the final one for Falmouth this summer. And Hyannis and Falmouth, who had a 2-0 game the last time they went off, are looking to go at it again. Once again, Falmouth got the better pitching end of the deal last time. It was more of the same tonight. Orleans and Hyannis, pretty good pitchers duel like we saw the last time these two faced off, although Hyannis took that 2-0 win. This time, Orleans gets the last laugh. Austin Love, the starter tonight, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. His best start of the summer earns him the win. Then Chase Wallace, Angelo Smith, and Connor Pellerin came in for the final 4 of relief and pretty much slammed the door outside the Goodman 2-run bomb. But one final time, it's Orleans 4, Hyannis 2, as the Firebirds pick up win number 17. Hyannis again tomorrow will be at it against Falmouth for the 5th time this summer, and they'll be looking to pick up a win to try to stay pace with the Bourne Braves. The final line for each team tonight: for the Road Town Orleans Firebirds, 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They leave 7 left on base. For Hyannis, 2 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They leave 11 on base. So again, had some offense going, but couldn't quite string together the big inning and couldn't quite put together multiple multi-run innings outside of the 1 Goodman home run. The winning pitcher tonight, one more time, will be the righty Austin Love, who really threw 5 strong innings, with Jonathan Hughes suffering the loss tonight, and Connor Pellerin, the right-hander from Tulane, who had some mighty gas up in the mid to high 90s, picks up save number 3 as he locks down a win for Orleans. Pretty quick one tonight from McKeon Park, 2 hours, 37 minutes, with the first pitch starting at 6:01 p.m. It ended at 8:38, and that's what will happen when you get a pitcher's duel between 2 ball clubs. The 3rd and 4th matchup between these teams, both pitchers duels. Hyannis gets one tonight, Orleans gets one, and they win the series 3-1. Firebirds move to 17-12-3, and for one final time, Hyannis moves to 7-26-1. That'll do it for us tonight. I'm Lyle Goldstein. Thank you so much for joining us from McKeon Park, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Hyannis and Falmouth set to square off at 6 p.m. right here from Hyannis. We'll talk to you then.